Far beyond our familiar blue Earth, orbiting the giant planet Saturn, lies a mysterious world cloaked in thick orange haze. At first glance, it looks like something out of science fiction, a place where seas and rivers exist, but they're not made of water, where rain falls from the sky, but it's not the rain we know. This is Titan, Saturn's largest moon, and one of the strangest worlds in our solar system. To most people, Titan is just another name on the long list of moons. But what if I told you Titan is one of the most Earth-like places we've ever discovered, and at the same time, utterly alien? Today, we're diving deep into Titan's hidden secrets, facts that most people have never heard of. By the end of this journey, you'll see why Titan might just be the most fascinating world beyond Earth. Unlike most moons, Titan has something truly rare, a thick atmosphere. In fact, it's the only moon in our solar system with an atmosphere denser than Earth's. If you were standing on Titan, you wouldn't see the surface clearly. Instead, you'd be surrounded by a hazy orange sky made of nitrogen and methane. That's right, Titan's atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, just like Earth's, but the key difference is the presence of methane, which plays a role similar to water on Earth. It evaporates, condenses, and falls as rain. Imagine standing under Titan skies and feeling droplets of liquid methane splash onto your suit. It would be like standing in a mirror world version of Earth. On Titan, rivers carve valleys into the icy ground, feeding into massive lakes and seas. These bodies of liquid are not water, but liquid methane and ethane, hydrocarbons that are gases on Earth, but liquids in Titan's frigid temperatures. One of Titan's seas, Kraken Mar, is the largest known body of liquid on the Moon. It's so vast, it could rival the size of the Caspian Sea on Earth. Scientists believe it may be more than 1,000 feet deep. And here's something even stranger. Cassini, the spacecraft that studied Saturn for over a decade, detected what looked like waves on the surface. Yes, Titan has alien waves breaking on the shores of a methane sea. And there are mysteries too. Sometimes radar images revealed magic islands, patches that appear in Titan seas and then vanish. Are they bubbles of gas, floating ice, or something else entirely? We still don't know for sure. But Titan holds more secrets beneath its icy crust. Scientists are convinced that under the surface lies a global ocean of liquid water mixed with ammonia. This hidden ocean could be hundreds of kilometers deep. Why does this matter? Because where there is liquid water, there's always the possibility of life. Titan's surface may be too cold and too toxic for life as we know it, but its underground ocean could be a home for microbial organisms, just like the deep oceans on Earth. Some researchers even suggest that Titan could host two types of potential life: water-based life in the underground ocean and methane-based life in the surface seas. If true, Titan would be the first world we know of to host dual biospheres. If you could explore Titan's surface, you'd find landscapes both familiar and alien. Vast dunes stretch for hundreds of miles, shaped by Titan's winds. But unlike Earth's sand dunes, these are not made of silica. They're built from grains of solid hydrocarbons, tiny particles that rained out of the atmosphere over millions of years. Standing among these dunes would feel like standing in a desert on Earth, except the sand is more like plastic dust. Above you, the sky would glow orange, and the sun would appear just a faint dot, only about 1% as bright as it is on Earth. Now here's something most people don't know. Because Titan's gravity is so low and its atmosphere so thick, a human could strap on a pair of wings and literally fly by flapping their arms. You wouldn't need an engine, just a wingsuit and some effort, and you'd soar through Titan's skies. Life on Titan wouldn't just look strange, it would sound strange too. The thick atmosphere actually changes how sound travels. If you spoke on Titan, your voice would sound deeper and slower, as if you were speaking through a giant filter. And Titan's weather? It's dynamic. Rainstorms of methane can carve new rivers, while entire lakes can disappear in just a few years, possibly evaporating into the atmosphere. Cassini even spotted changes in Titan's surface over time, proving that this moon is geologically and meteorologically active. One of the most fascinating things about Titan is that it may resemble early Earth. 4 billion years ago, before life took hold, Earth's atmosphere may have looked a lot like Titan's today, thick with nitrogen and filled with organic molecules. Studying Titan is like peering back in time, giving us a glimpse into the conditions that may have sparked life on our planet. Some scientists believe that the chemistry happening in Titan's atmosphere could be similar to the chemical reactions that created the building blocks of life on Earth. In other words, Titan might be running its own experiment in prebiotic chemistry right now. So what's next for Titan? NASA has already set its sights on this strange world with a mission unlike any before. In 2034, a nuclear-powered drone called Dragonfly will arrive, designed not to crawl like a rover, but to fly. Thanks to Titan's thick atmosphere and weak gravity, flying there is actually easier than on Earth. Dragonfly will be able to soar across dunes, hover over frozen plains, and land near ancient craters, giving us a close-up look at this alien world. With every flight, it will sample the surface, measure the atmosphere, and search for signs of complex chemistry that could hint at life. Scientists hope it will reveal whether an underground ocean truly exists, what Titan's lakes and dunes are made of, and perhaps even whether this distant moon has its own ecosystem. For the first time in history, we won't just observe Titan from afar, we'll explore it in person, across its skies and across its ground. So next time you look up at Saturn in the night sky, remember that circling around it is a moon with rivers, seas, rain, deserts, and possibly even life. Titan is not just a moon, it's a world in its own right. Imagine standing there, methane rain falling around you, an orange sky overhead, and vast alien seas stretching out to the horizon. It's a place both familiar and completely foreign, a reminder that the universe is far stranger and far more beautiful than we can imagine. This is Titan, and its secrets are only beginning to unfold.